Welcome to Springfield, Missouri. You're watching the 34th Annual National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. Scott Staten joined alongside Jesse Sanders and Thomas Sanders, and we are here to bring you this girls 7A matchup in 18U as they play for the gold ball right here. It's the Chisholm Lady Knights at 27-12, the 3 seed, taking on the number 1 seed in 7A, Dallas HSAA. Both teams, it's going to be a battle out of Texas, and they've actually faced each other in the Texas State Championship. Chisholm pulled the upset there, but since then, Dallas has been on a roll as they won the Big South, and now 32-8. Ready for tip-off. HSAA, the Angels, they'll be in their pink uniforms. They pull those out for the tournament. CHSM, the Crimson Knights in the black with the red trim. Tip-off goes. It was won by Seals, but it goes over to Chisholm. They'll start off with the ball. See how this one starts. There's a spin in the lane, and boy, they have so much height, Dallas. We got a whistle, though, and a foul.
Yeah, Scott, I've been coming to the tournament now for 4 years. Well, from a long time ago before that, here recently 4 years. And I feel like several of these Chisholm players have been playing varsity ball that entire time. I'm recognizing several faces. See Avery Meir out there has been playing varsity for a number of years. And I think, is it Phoebe, excuse me, last name?
Stein.
Phoebe Stein has also put a number of years at the varsity level,
absolutely.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you do see some similar names. Generalo able to sink 1 out of 2 there. So an early lead for Chisholm as they start out. And guys, I should warn you, I've been hitting the head twice with the basketball. I've gone my whole life, over 50 years, never been hitting the head of the basketball twice, once each day. The ball's gone errant and hit me, so I'm expecting you guys to protect me now.
Stay ready.
Quickly, the other way comes Chisholm. Flips it underneath the Rollo. They're going to work it around until they find the shot that they want.
Man, that double high ball screen there for the Aggies. I think we're 6 foot, all 3 positions.
Oh, yeah.
A playmaker, two high ball screens.
So much height, but that time Addie Seal tried to throw it ahead. Chisholm right there to pick it off. Chloe Cox, and she's going to bring it back the other way. Chloe, an underclassman, but she's one of those, like you talked about, Thomas. Seems like she's been here forever, winning lots of championships in the lower levels.
She's a tough competitor, physical. She's looking for contact as she did there, and so, really good off the bounce, strong competitor.
Addie Seal steps back, drains the 3, and that's a good sign for Dallas.
She stepped into that so confident. Came right off that screen. Defender got snagged up. 1-2. That's a shot she's hit plenty of times.
Big South MVP. Got lots of schools looking at her, and you can tell why. In yesterday's game, only had 4 points, but she hit the 2 biggest of the game with under 10 seconds to go. Just kept going back to the well and finally sunk a jumper that gave her team the win. There's a 3 that's no good by Rollo. Rebound comes off to Dallas. Haley Fair going to bring it the other way. Fair had a great game yesterday, and their 2-point win over the Fort Wayne Hawks. There's a nice cutter, and there was Aria Jefferson. Aria had a great game yesterday. She led the team in scoring at 18 points. She only averages 12, but she has had a tournament. She's also, guys, just an absolutely great on-ball defender.
Yeah, you talked about Addie Seal. Pull up 3 and then turns around and get a beautiful backdoor pass there as well. So now she's already come out with a 3-pointer and a very nice assist.
And now a steal. Just keep adding to those statistics. What a player she is. She hurt her elbow yesterday, had to go out of the game for a little bit, but she told me before the game she's all good. And you can tell the way she's playing, it seems like she is. 5-1 early lead for Dallas. On the drive, Fair. That ball was too strong off the glass. It'll go out of bounds and go back to Chisholm.
Man, it'll be interesting to see how Chisholm guards that. The Aggies are real, or Angels are real comfortable in that dribble weave. They've got a couple of players that can put that thing on the bounce.
Absolutely.
Try to stick with defenders there or just high switch. That'll be interesting to see how they defend that going forward.
Rollo spins around, and you can see the length of the Angels right now causing trouble inside the paint, but they're trying to go there. The Crimson Knights so far unsuccessful. Still 5-1. Nice defense there by Evangeline Treese for Dallas. Here she is again. Oh, my goodness. Addie Seal.
I'm not sure I've ever seen that shot at this tournament. Loaded off the right wing, did not touch the guide hand, floated in from 12. Beautiful shot for Addie Seal. My goodness.
This might be one she wants to put on the clip tape. You want to watch three less than about 3 minutes into play, she's done a little bit of everything.
You're not kidding. Is that the kind of shot, though, guys, you don't want on your tape because it's you can't believe that she actually made it?
The thing that's odd about that, and Jess, you can speak to this, like that seems like a shot she would have practiced because that is not a normal rhythm shot that she would do.
I'd agree. That didn't look like it was a mishap. I think she's gone in, she's gathered, she's used to that shot. So yeah, unconventional, but there's a lot of players that have made a living for making unconventional shots.
That's right.
Scott, you'll know from our era, this was Dirk Nowitzki, right? You
yes.
To shoot those one-handed leaners.
And I meant to do that. He almost had to say that every time.
I did it on purpose, right? Beautiful shot.
Chloe Cox going to bring it down for Chisholm, try to get something started. They've only been able to put a free throw on the board these first 4 minutes of this one. Dallas with some lockdown D.
Man, you mentioned Jefferson is the great on-ball defender, but, man, you see right there number 12, that is
Haley Fair, yes.
Man, that switch, there was no let-up in the pressure on that when they switched that ball screen.
Yeah, they've got a lot of length and just they're very, very active on defense. You don't get a lot of time as Chloe Cox misses the first. She'll get one more.
Well, right now it feels like Chisholm's going to have to get out in transition because HSAA has so much length, as you mentioned, in the half court. I don't know if they're going to get a lot at the rim in this half court offense.
Second free throw goes, 7-2, Dallas with the lead. Just about halfway through this first quarter of this girls 18U 7A gold ball game. The winner moves on to tomorrow's Final Four. Here's Seal again, a three. That time too strong. Chloe Cox gets the board. Chisholm back the other way. What can they do to unlock this defense?
So right now I would have loved to see Chisholm push that thing in transition. They had Chloe at the ball. She had 1-2 in transition. I just think they're going to have to move something outside of this half-court offense at this moment. Push that thing.
Avery Meir, the returning Sullivan Award winner, tried to get a shot there, and she was blocked by Seal. And then the other way, Jessie Yarborough drains a three, the second three of this game, and it's 10-2 Dallas. Nice spin move there. Rollo keeps going back into the paint. They get a whistle. We know that Chisholm, we haven't heard a lot from her yet, but Avery Meir, player of the year last year, came back. Just had her first shot blocked by Seal, but that's not going to be her only shot of this one.
No, she's aggressive. She's strong. She can shoot it. She's going to get going here shortly.
And I think that's the benefit of being here before on this stage. Your first quarter of action. If this is your first time on this stage, there's a lot of nerves and jitters. Being here, hey, rally the team, get it together. We'll be all right.
Backdoor pass to Phoebe Stein, but it's picked off, and here comes Dallas on the break. Taking it all the way, Yarborough up, and she draws the contact. She'll be at the free throw line for two more shots.
Scott, you mentioned these teams met a few weeks ago. Was this and I'm told this is our third meeting with these two teams. Tell me about the last meeting there at the regional tournament.
Last meeting, the only one that they were talking about that they actually met was the state championship. And in that one, it was a back and forth affair, 62-60. Chisholm came away with the win. And but ever since that time, it's been a roll for Dallas. They went on to just crush inside the Big South tournament, able to come away with that title. And Addie Seal started to really show her dominance. And since then, they've just been on a roll, and you can see it here. They're up 12-2 early in this one. And we got a jump ball. Great effort there by Dallas to tie things up, and it'll go their way.
And I know we've hit on this a few times, but the Chisholm offense right now, with that size in the lane, if not in transition, they're going to have to move that ball around the perimeter, make that defense rotate a little bit. I know it's sometimes you're wanting to force the offense to happen, right?
Yeah, right.
But if you allow it to just kind of work for you, make that defense shift a little bit, because right now they're rotating so strong, and just move that defense a little bit before we try to attack.
Here's a shot by Seal. She misses again. She hit her first couple. Not been able to connect on the last two. Here comes Chisholm. Into the game for Chisholm, the Chaslin Orange. Chisholm, even with all that leadership and having Avery Meir come back as they get a foul on the drive there by Phoebe Stein. She's their all Big South player. They've got a lot of youth on this team. I think they said they had 6 different players on this 18U roster that are all 16U eligible, so they're going to be around for a little while.
Oh, they're solid. And like I said, they have a lot of leadership. I think I've been watching Phoebe Stein for the last 3 years play, so she's certainly been here.
First shot's good by Phoebe. She'll get one more. Still no field goals in the game yet for Chisholm.
Man, Angels already, I think that's 9 deep already in the first quarter. So,
yeah,
man, not afraid to go to the bench.
Yeah.
That's good to see for the strength of their program.
They throw a lot at you for sure. She is able to drain both. It's 12-4 now, all on the free throw line. Here comes Dallas. Addie Seal.
Man, that's kind of like an old-fashioned horn set, but they're doing it 30 feet out.
Oh, my goodness.
What a shot.
She's a player. She is special. Addie Seal again, 14-4. Not a good sign if you're a Chisholm fan, because after yesterday, she had a really tough game scoring. Still was involved in a lot of ways, but when she hit that game winner, you kind of felt like maybe that would get her rolling here in this tournament.
Well, she's got the height of a post and the ball skills of a guard.
She does.
Like Jesse mentioned, she came off a horn, which was essentially a double high screen. You can choose your way. And she went right, crossover, step back from 18. Big-time shot. That shot will get off at any level.
Phoebe Stein, 3 for 3 so far. She's got one more. The jinx hasn't really been working much this week so far, guys. You'll notice right there. I mean, we say things and they still hit it, so feel free to say whatever you want about free throws. Sinks them both, 14-6. Chisholm just trying to hang around. Here's Seal.
Man, great face cut there as well.
So drops it off to Napier. Napier going to do a little 1-foot Nowitzki shot there, but she gets called for the travel.
Hey, I get the confusion, though, because the modern-day NBA, they're letting you out of a pivot, 1-2 extra steps. So
Now, I'm going to caveat this by saying there's been some great officiating this tournament. I believe, as the current rule reads, that would be a gather step, and that should not have been called a travel. Now, listen, I'm not an official, and they told you told wrong.
There we go. Avery Meir finally gets in the book, and the first field goal for Chisholm, and that cuts it to 14-9, her first points of the game. You knew it wouldn't be long. Addie Seal working on her defender Stein, and she drops another one in, and wow, what a quarter she's having. 9 points already, 9 of her team's 16. Quickly the other way, here comes Avery Meir. Her shot no good, rebound to Seal.
And Addie Seal, these are not easy baskets. Like, she's not getting layup. These are pull-up jump shots that are contested. This is pretty incredible what we're seeing right now.
Napier with the floater. Went more conventional that time on the drive. It's 18-9, just about a minute to go here, first quarter. The winner claims the gold ball. Here's a 3 by Meir again. She's got such range. 2 for 2 now on her threes. Or 2 for 3, rather, but she's connected on 2 of them. 18-12, under a minute to go. Dallas HSAA, Addie Seal with the ball, the Big South MVP, averaging 17, 6, and 3 assists a game. And that time, Meir, I believe, was called for the foul on the hold.
And right now, she's pacing to have that in the first half.
Yeah, no joke. As we said, she only had 4 points yesterday, but she hit the game winner with less than 10 seconds left and just showed what kind of grit and determination she had struggled all game offensively, but did not doubt herself in that last second shot. Here's Napier, stuck in the lane, scoops it up, no good. There's a rebound, comes down by Singleton. And gathered in by Jefferson. She's able to drop it. Or make that wasn't Jefferson, that was Arps with the bucket.
Yeah, 5 different players in the book so far.
Try to feed it down on the block, and a hold. It's going to be called on Arps.
Chloe Cox likes that matchup in size. Sees the size advantage. She's trying to get a quick one inside.
Yeah, watch this. You may end up with a double foul here. Top left elbow. There's a lot. Chloe Cox is looking for that contact.
And I guess I put him in the bonus. Yeah, that was a 5th foul. So Cox will get a free throw. Yeah, you're right. They're about to go at it, and it's a good thing they had a free throw coming, huh? Chloe Cox, though, as she did the last time, misses the first. Let's see if she can hit the second like she did her first trip. Back into the game comes Chaz Orange. Chloe Cox with one more free throw. And it rattles out. That's unusual for her. Only 1 out of 4 on her free throws. And then a tie-up on the rebound will keep it down at this end. 13 seconds to go here, first period. The winner will get the 7A 18U girls gold ball and move on to the Final Four tomorrow. On the inbounds, 12 seconds to go. There's a feed.
Nice.
Orange.
Much better action for
Edith
Chisholm.
Fleming, no good. There's a rebound. Rollo throws it up with the left hand, and it goes in.
You see, Scott, that last possession, you got a full ball rotation from Chisholm.
Yep.
4 passes into a shot miss and then put back. That's a good offense they're going to want to get back in this thing.
We got a good one here. We'll be back with the second quarter of action. It's 2014, Dallas HSAA in the lead over the Chisholm Lady Knights. Welcome back to Springfield, Missouri. Scott Staten and the Sanders brothers here on the court side as we are on the campus of Drury University, the O'Reilly Family Event Center, where right now it's Dallas HSAA leading the Chisholm Lady Knights 2014 in this girls 18U 7A gold ball game. A rematch of the Texas State Championship where Chisholm pulled off the upset, but so far behind the scoring of Addie Seal, the play of Addie Seal, it's been the Angels with a 2014 lead. Chisholm started to kind of find a flow there towards the second half of the quarter, and they got it back down to 6. On the drive, here's Jefferson, and we got a whistle and a foul on Chisholm.
Great back cut. Defender turns her head right away, cutting behind the eyes.
Looks like Addie Seal is going to take a little bit of a breather here after a pretty electric first quarter.
Oh, yeah. She looked like she might have gotten injured a little bit as the first free throw was no good by Jefferson. She threw up the half-court shot as the buzzer went off in the first quarter, and I don't know if she got hit or if she fell down, but they were tending to her over on the sidelines. Hopefully she's okay. Second free throw, no good. 0 for 2 that time for Jefferson. Chisholm with the door open. Oh, nice find ahead. Oh, and she stiff-armed it underneath. Might have gotten too far, but she gets the benefit of the whistle. Therese didn't think she did anything, but the official right there, and he calls her for the contact. Now they will get 2 free throws. That was a great find there by, I believe that was Chloe Cox that threw it up ahead.
Chloe Cox, and it was a 2-pass transition play like we've been mentioning here. And now, the offense starts opening up because now that HSA's got to get back. Mm-hmm. And so now you're putting bigger bodies, now force them in run and transition. So now you get some openings that I think you'll start seeing even open up in the half court here.
Right now, Chisholm, they've had opportunities, but so far in this game, they've missed 5 free throws. They get one more here. Second shot, no good. 6 missed free throws. Oh, but there to clean it up is Mears. She missed the point-blank shot, and the ball goes out of bounds off of her teammate. It will go to the Angels. Missed opportunity there, guys.
And you see that both of those are, I think this is not a true reflection of those shooters. Both those girls are, you watch their shooting form, their confidence. So those are both good shooters. They can get those back.
Dallas with the ball. They lead it by 6. It's a kick out to Jefferson from Napier. Yarborough will back it out, call to play. Angels from Dallas in the pink uniforms. They normally are blue and white, but they wear the pinks for the tournament. Chisholm in the black unis. Oh, nice handoff. Here's Yarborough up and under, no good. Jefferson fights for the board on the other side. It goes out of bounds, though, off the Angels.
One thing I'm seeing from this Angels offense, they're doing about as good a job as I ever see at this level of spacing the floor. They're setting that play. Those guards are up almost near this volleyball line.
Mm-hmm.
That time, just running off that high post entry. There is so much space.
No congestion, for sure. They're giving themselves a lot of operating opportunity. Cox again with a great pass. Just threw it up with her left hand, though, Phoebe Stein, and it bounces off. Another miss, 2014. Missed opportunity again on an empty possession for Chisholm. Here comes Napier for Dallas. She's tied up by Meir, and then a timeout as her coach felt like they need a little bit of help. So just a 30-second, guys, so far. We've seen Dallas run out to kind of a jump to the lead at first, but then slowly Chisholm has had opportunities here in this last end of the first quarter and now the beginning of the second to come back and make it closer, but they just haven't been able to cash in.
Yeah, I think offensively they're still struggling to find a rhythm. Defensively, the effort and the energy, I'd say, is much greater from the Chisholm girls when we started this game. This, again, when Addie's still sitting some of those shots,
right.
it makes it challenging. But
absolutely,
I would say seeing a marked improvement the way Chisholm's communicating, switching on some of those ball screens.
I still think they're looking for kind of an offensive rhythm. They've had some good looks. Chloe Cox has dropped off 2 really nice passes.
Mm-hmm.
Just some bunnies that have just not gone down just yet.
And as we mentioned, the free throws, they've missed 6, and that's the deficit in the game right now. Dallas that time almost had it knocked away by Meir. Fair sent it over to Jefferson, who found underneath Treese. Count the bucket, and a foul.
What a pass by Jefferson. Drive, pulled in the second defender, just dumped it off in the pocket.
And they're going to see, they're talking it over. I think even the girls are a little confused what happened there. It was on the shot. So Treese will get 1 out of this, trying to complete the 3-point play. Free throw's good. First 3 points for Evangeline Treese. She's their big rebounder, averaging 5 a game, other than Addie Seal, of course.
Yeah, Treese hasn't been involved offensively yet, but she has been a force on the low block down here defensively. She has shut down driving lanes.
And there we talked about Jefferson, such a good on-ball defender. That time, though, they get the pick. Stein, kind of a crazy shot by Cox. If she'd maybe slowed down there, she could have had it, but just threw it up off under the rim, and off it comes to Addie Seal. Angels with the ball. Here's Seal from 3. Oh, off to the right. But there's Treese with the rebound, and she'll be back at the free throw line.
There she is again. Man, on the glass, she has a problem. Notice how she kept the ball high, came off the glass.
Yep.
They talk to you at all ages. Man, if you're a big player, do not bring the ball down. And she did that beautifully, picks up the rebound and the foul. Now chance for 2.
First shot by Treese. That one rattles out. The drum brigade for Chisholm. Off to our right. Always making it a fun atmosphere. She'll get 1 more. Second free throw. It rolls in. She's now got 4 points. And the lead up to 10 again. 5:49 to go, second quarter. This girls' gold ball game. Here comes Phoebe Stein. She's going to work down on Fair. Flips it up with the right hand. That's short. Addie Seal pulls it down for the Angels. Dallas will come back the other way. Here's Yarborough. Deep 3. Got it.
And this team is well-rounded.
Jessie Yarborough, her second 3 of the game. And that pushes the lead now out to 13, their biggest lead. 5:30 and just a 30-second timeout here. And now we're starting to see Dallas show us why they came in as one of the favorites to possibly win it this year. And guys, I think you probably already knew this, but we're going to have a new champion on both the boys and the girls side for Undisputed. As last night, MHEA for the first time since before COVID, their boys were upset by 1 point. And just a fantastic game by the HEA Firebirds out of Michigan. And then our HEA Firebirds girls who won it 2 years in a row. This year they didn't have enough girls to go as Lily had moved on. They're All-American Player of the Year. And so they don't even have a varsity team here. They've got the other levels. So it's wide open for the girls this year, and Dallas one of the favorites.
What's the little point guard's name that played with her? She was like 8th grade. It was so good.
Oh, she's not there either. I know.
16U?
Yeah. No, I think she moved on. I think she went on to a public school.
And that
if it's my understanding. She could play.
My goodness.
She could play.
But Scott, you said something since I think you were referencing MHEA Eagles on the boys' side since COVID.
Isn't that crazy?
Fascinating stat. I mean, credit to those guys.
Avery Meir, strong drive to the bucket, puts it in with her left hand, and that stops the bleeding a little bit. 5:08. Yeah, they said they talked about it. You can't win them all, but they did for 6 years almost.
Yeah, they had quite a run.
And on that dribble, they call her for the turning the ball over. Got her hand a little bit underneath it.
It's something – I don't know if this is regional, Scott. I'm from Texas. But I have watched about 6 or 7 carries being called this tournament. And I don't – in Houston, San Antonio, where we're from, I never see that call made. They do it very frequently up here. And now it is a rule. It's not a wrong call. The challenge is I feel like you could call a carry almost every time you dribble the ball.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that's interesting. Here's Jefferson picks the pocket there of Annalee Marvis, and all the way to the other end, she puts it in.
She is a tough defender. Wow.
So she's rewarded that time. She's been close 3 or 4 others.
Fair from behind with the knockaway. Here comes Seal. She pulls up, kicks it to the right side. Yarborough, she just hit one from there before. That's a little short. Nice rebound by Treese, but then she tried to throw it out, and nobody was there.
Look, small things I'm seeing. Addie Seal, so she brings the ball up left-handed, right, offhand, kicks it, open transition shot. She's always just pulling defense in because the shot she's made, there's so much attention on her. Now she's starting to be a distributor in the second quarter and getting great shots for her team.
Here's Rollo. She kicks it over to Orange, who tried to find a cutting mirror, but Fair was right there to knock it out of bounds. Guys, you were just talking about that, Thomas, but sometimes that is an adjustment because we've got teams from all over the country, and, there's always little different rules in each state, and they call things certain ways, kind of like in, when you have conference play.
It's very different. I mean, I don't think I've seen a carry called all season long in Houston or the San Antonio area where we're playing, and I've seen a number of them called up here. And so it's not the wrong call. They just don't do it. 3 seconds in the lanes and they're called. Some people don't call it.
Yep, and that's how they adjust, and that's one of the things that's fascinating about this tournament is players come in and they learn to adjust. We saw a game yesterday that was, it was a bloodbath. You talk about physical, but by the end of the game, both teams had adjusted to it, and they just went along and played with it and ended up having a great ball game.
Well, look, what you're wanting is just consistency, right? And that's what I think I've seen. It is consistent because then you can, like you said, you can adjust, and then and as the players will, because different regions, different styles, different gameplay, all kind of things factor in.
Here's the inbounds for Chisholm after the second foul on Evangeline Treese.
So if you're Chisholm now, momentum is going away. You should be thinking great shots only at this point.
My goodness, Rollo had a brief opening, and Evangeline Treese came over and slammed the door with the block.
Yeah, if I'm Chisholm right now, I'm struggling a little bit on kind of where are we finding our advantage, because inside they've got such length. You say, hey, go to the rim, get a paint touch. But as you saw there's a lot of rim protection on this Angels team.
It's a lot. I just feel their advantage as I'm watching this game is transition. I think with Chloe Cox, the speed, if they can force HSAA to run, I think it's going to be their best chance to kind of climb back in this thing, because it is brutal inside right now.
Yeah, and in that half court, it's going to be hard to score against this Angels team in a half court set.
Chisholm was here last year on this very court, made it all the way to the Undisputed game where they ended up becoming the runners-up as they lost to HEA, but it was a close one. And so they've got that experience, and they know they can come back. They did it last year, weren't able to complete it in that Undisputed championship, but you got to think I think they've got five players, 4 starters from that team that are back this year. Here's a pass down low. Mir puts it up. Nice control.
That was a great pass, great finish. She kept that thing up real high. Quick finish on that.
I would have said a dangerous pass, but, man, what laced it in there. There's
on the drive.
Again.
Beautiful find.
Yeah.
Jefferson.
So that's what we were talking early on. Addie early, 9 points in the first quarter. Now there's so much attention. Now she's using her skill set to create for her teammates.
Yeah, and she's got it. She averages just under 4 assists a game. Up ahead's Jefferson once again. She's the Energizer Bunny, man. She never stops. 6 points this quarter for her. 33-18. Lead back up to 15 now. Chisholm needs something here, and then a reach in on Seal. That's going to be her first, I believe. Still not in the bonus yet this quarter. Both teams with 3 fouls.
Yeah, you mentioned Jefferson. She's going over every ball screen. She's running up now. She makes a layup, turns back on transition defense. She is giving 110% energy right now.
Oh, and then that time they were trying to get the ball down to Weir where she could operate on Yarborough. Yarborough, another one that she's relentless on the defensive end. This Angels team, they've got – their players don't take plays off. You can tell that.
No, they're tough, and they're firmly in control right now.
Yarborough throws it into Seal. Under 2.5 to go here. The Big South champions flexing their muscles. They lead at 33-18, trying to claim this 7A gold ball and move to the girls' Final Four. Seal kicks it over to down low to Singleton. Singleton gets the ball taken away, and that is Phoebe Stein. Stein going to throw it up to Cox. Over in the corner. Weir. Got it! Avery Meir, her third 3 of the game. She's now into double digits with 13.
Man, what a quick release, too.
Floating jump shot, no good that time by Yarborough. Fight for the board, and as they go to the ground, we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Jefferson.
So now if you're a guard for Chisholm, if you've got a slow hedge, you got a big that's not going to guard that ball. So if you can run into that outside leg, you're going to the free throw line.
Yep.
14 fouls now. It's a great opportunity for Chloe now. If she can draw contact,
yes.
Get you 2 free throws from the line with the clock stopped.
They've got the guards that can do it.
In some ways, Chisholm's fortunate. It's only a 12-point game.
Yeah.
It feels like it could be more than that, but they're still right in this thing.
Absolutely. And you just said it. Cox went in, but unable to get the foul. Just missed the shot. Got maybe too far under the bucket. Right idea, though. Ball comes around. Here's Napier from the left wing. 3. Got it. Seal found her. My goodness.
Yeah, Seal's turned into a distributor's quarter number 2 here.
She can do it all. On the drive by Chisholm. Kicks it over to Orange. Back out top. Here's Phoebe Stein. A deep 3. No good. Avery Meir. She's going to try one of her own. Got it.
Wow. What a shot.
Returning player of the year. 4 3-pointers. 16 on the game now.
She is almost single-handedly keeping them in this thing right now.
Got a whistle and a walk. Turnover. Little bit of a run here. Cut it to 12, and they had the ball under a minute to go. Avery Meir, like you said, just keeping her team in it. There's only one other field goal from her team by Rollo, and she's got all the others. And then that time, Rollo on the drive, and it's going to be Napier called for the foul. Rollo will be on the free throw line.
So Chisholm's going to want to talk about that at halftime. Fortunately, Avery Meir is absolutely lights out right now behind the arc, but they're going to want to try to figure this thing out in the second half to get some other players involved. I don't think she can keep making shots at this clip.
Yeah.
These are, she's maybe 4 for 5 right now, and,
yes.
and difficult shots.
First free throw goes in. Got it to 11. And you have to think, too, Chloe Cox, you're not going to keep her quiet all night. She's only got 1 free throw so far.
Yeah, and she's attacking so hard. There's going to be some – she's getting up at the free throw line sooner or later.
Second shot goes. It's back down to 10. 40 seconds to go here, first half.
This is a big stop for Chisholm right here. You need a lot of pressure this possession.
Napier, heat check, got it. The heat is still on.
My goodness.
2 for 2 in this quarter. Back up to 13. Chisholm going to try to close the quarter out with something. They made that little run, but then Napier slammed the door. Here's Avery Meir again. Back out top, ball knocked away. There goes Fair all the way to the other end, and wow, just like that, they have grabbed control again. Her first 2 points of the game. Closing moments here in the second. Phoebe Stein with a 3. My goodness.
The shooting is electric.
Open up the doors and let them shoot from outside. They've been going from everywhere. My gracious, what an exciting first half. We will go to halftime. Guys, thoughts on this first half? Dallas with a 10-point lead.
Well, Thomas just shared. I think collectively, if you combine both teams, I bet you we're over 60% from the three-point line.
Yeah.
And they're not. There's a couple. Napier's first one was room and rhythm. But, man, we've just a really impressive display of shooting the basketball would be one observation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the thing I would say is kind of tailor 2 teams here. I would say that HSAA has established their dominance on defense. Right now they're forcing Chisholm to make a lot of difficult threes that they're hitting. And then on the kind of the reverse of that, I would like, Chisholm's down 12. It could be more than that. I think if they can open this thing up in transition, they won't have to be reliant on, frankly, 25-footers that are dropping right now with a high level of difficulty. So my hope is to get an open transition. If you're Chisholm, if you're HSAA, you establish your identity on defense, maintain that, and you should be in a great spot moving to the second half.
Absolutely. We're going to take a halftime break as we get ready. And, wow, get ready for the second half. we're going to have another close one. It's 41-29, Dallas in front.
When it hurts, real time it.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Second half action here. Girls 18U. Gold ball game for Class 7A. The 1 Dallas HSAA off to a 41-29 lead in that first half here at the 34th Annual National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. Chisholm will bring the ball in. They are trying to overcome a shooting clinic going on here by so many of the Angels players. And there's Mir. Nice cut. How did she get that floater to go in?
What a pass. I mean, you got Chloe Cox and Mir. That is the second connection they've had. They're just, the pass was lace and the bucket was tough.
Boy, Mir's doing everything she can to keep her team in. At that time, Yarborough missed everything. Rebound to Cox, and here comes Chisholm. 18 points now for Avery Mir, the Sullivan Award winner, returning player of the year, and her team trying to cut into this deficit, down by 10.
And Scott, talk about an efficient 18. I don't think she's missed many.
No, she hasn't. She is efficient for sure. Here she is on the drive. Left-handed shot. Got it.
I mean, this is textbook one-on-one offense. Just comes off the screen, 2 dribbles, pull up.
So if you struggle scoring, what do? You give it to your returning player of the year, national player of the year. She is showing why. My goodness, 20 points already.
Now let's watch them on defense. This Angels team has been so hot from deep. Can they make sure that they're –
Yarborough got a step there, but then she missed the shot. But on the other side, Haley Fair, opportunistic, gets the rebound and kisses it off the glass. Back up to 10 now. Here comes Chisholm on the attack. Rallo going to try to work on Treese. She's stuck up in the lane. Phoebe Stein. Trying to work on Fair. Fair, one of the many great defenders. Here's Weir. 3! My goodness, Meir!
You cannot leave her. They need to stay to her, just face guard.
Avery Meir is unconscious right now.
God.
This is pretty wild. Yeah, that's shot after shot after shot.
Haley Fair flips it up off the glass, but too strong, and it'll go the other way. I'm not sure. I know she's missed one shot, but that might be it.
Well, I'm about to say she's going to – we better be careful what we're saying here because this tape may be going to a recruiting clip here.
That's right.
Because she is electric right now. You're going to want to –
gracious. 23 points.
I mean, she's putting together an absolute ball game right now.
Told she's committed to Central Arkansas.
Well, they're going to be happy about this performance.
That time on the drive, Stein draws the foul on Treese, and she will put herself at the free throw line.
I believe Central Arkansas competes in the Southland Conference. Is that correct? I believe that's SFA.
You would probably know that better than me. It sounds correct.
I believe that's correct. But my information may be old. But she's going to be a big asset to any team she plays on. Here's what I'm seeing: strong. She can handle the ball. Clearly, she can shoot. And then does a lot of little intangibles. She's a good passer. She spaces well. So I just see her being an asset to any team she plays on.
Yeah, I think that's right away. That's not a freshman. Earn your stripes.
No, she's ready to go right now.
Get her the ball.
Phoebe Stein with 9 points now for her team. And all of a sudden we look up, guys, and it's a 5-point game. Here's Yarborough. Shot no good. Rebound, Singleton had it, but lost the ball out of bounds. Chisholm with another chance to cut into this lead. It was 14 points. It's down to 5, and they've got the ball.
Scott, get a chance to work with younger players quite a bit, and I always encourage them as they're watching a game to pick up someone or something to focus on. And if I was talking to young players, I would watch number 12, Fair. The way she guards the ball.
Yep.
Smallest girl on the court. Man, the energy and the effort she's putting forth is really impressive.
Absolutely. That basketball took up residence and had to pay rent on the back of the rim before it fell through. I don't know how Chloe Cox got that one to fall, and the deficit is now 3.
This is wild how quickly this has turned around. Chloe Cox, we talked about her in the first half, just such a physical point guard, and then just kind of willed her way to the rim.
Oh! Haley Fair with the English off the glass. You talked about it, Jesse. She is just a ferocious defender, but she's also fearless in driving, even with her height and her stature. And that time just went straight into the trees and kissed it off the glass.
But, Scott, look at this. We're just over 3 minutes in this half, and that lead has all but disappeared.
It really has. Oh, there's Addie Seal. Oh, turnaround jumper. Had a chance at the putback, but no good.
So here we go, Chisholm in transition. This is what we were looking for early. They open it up. Let's see. I would anticipate a good possession here. Put a little pressure on the defense, and now watch what opens up.
That's her spot.
She doesn't miss, man.
She really doesn't. My goodness, 25 points. I said that's her spot. Pretty much the whole quarter's her spot today.
I think they're all her spots at this point.
45-42. We got a good one. Chisholm trying to repeat what they did in this Texas State Championship. Seal cut off. Finds Singleton, knocked out of bounds. Man, foul, though, on Chloe Cox.
That first quarter, it looked like HSAA was just going to run away with it.
Yeah.
It looked like, it's a tale of two halves.
What a comeback by Chisholm. Dallas trying to do something on their end now to get some points back on the board. They've only got 2 buckets in this half, both by Haley Fair. Step back, too strong that time by Addie Seal. Rebound to Chisholm. Chance to tie it up with a 3, but Jefferson from behind. Once again, just with all that energy, knocks the ball away. It will stay with Chisholm, though. On the inbounds, we got a substitution. Coming into the game for Dallas is Kalia Arps. Now Rollo will trigger it in and gets it to Chloe Cox. Cox will bring it over the timeline. Her team down by 3. They were down by 14 and have come almost all the way back. They are off the glass. Phoebe Stein with the spinning jump shot on Arps.
Going into the half, we were talking about can they close this down. Look up. Now it's a 1-point game.
Yes.
From 29-41 at the half.
And before that, it was a 16-point deficit just heading into the second quarter. And just like that, it's gone.
Here's Napier on the drive. Spins off Rolo. Step back, put it in. That was a nice little move.
Well, when you got your best player shooting 90% from the field, you know.
Well, we talked about it at half, though. You know, now if you're HSAA, get back to how you got that lead. You were just iced. You were crushing them on defense. It starts with one possession at a time, just not giving up easy shots.
There's Phoebe Stein on the drive. Shot no good. Guarded by Yarborough. Here come the Angels on the break. Singleton all the way in. She gets the foul, and she will be at the free throw line. Nice aggressive move there by Alyssa Singleton, trying to get on the board for the second time today. 47-44. Singleton with 2 shots. Lady Knights trying to climb that mountain. Singleton misses the first. She'll get one more. 3:09 to go here, third quarter. The winner will claim the girls' 18U 7A gold ball and will advance to the Final Four. Second shot's good.
This is a Wednesday matchup. This feels like
Yeah,
Friday night.
It really does.
This is a heck of a game.
Here's Phoebe Stein setting things up for their Crimson Knights. Over to Chloe Cox. This is a team that was the national runner-up last year, and you can see why. Clock's on the drive. Some contact there. Ball gets loose, but Avery Meir comes away with it, and then a whistle. Reach-in foul. Look like that's going to be on Kalia Arps. That'll be her second. 3 different players now on Dallas with 2 fouls. They're spreading them out pretty well.
Man, credit to CHSM. I was not sure they had it in them to make this kind of run. I wasn't, and they came out and answered, and they've made this thing. They were within 1, now 4. What a turnaround!
Yeah, you're not kidding. Does that come into, you think, guys, experience? Like this team last year, they took from what I remember correctly, in the championship Undisputed game, HEA just came out on fire, and it seemed the same way, like this one's over. And then they came roaring back and made it a game, and maybe just drawing on that experience where they just don't get rattled a whole lot. But what a great answer by Chisholm. Addie Seal came out on fire. And then Avery Meir, I mean, she hit 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, but then since then she has been just absolutely unconscious.
Yeah, I think the experience is a big part of that, Scott. I mean, they like I said, there's no fear because they've been here several years. Some of their core players have been playing varsity 2, 3, maybe 4 years. So, yeah, they're right there. These are good ball players. So, credit to them. They came out, they fought back in. Now we got ourselves a ball game.
We've unofficially got Avery Meir shooting 10 out of 11 today from the field.
My God. Yeah.
And so 5 from 3 and 5 inside the arc. But even the 5 inside the arc, I think only one of them's been at the rim.
I thought she was 20 for 20.
It seemed like it. Chloe Cox, strong move. Gets her second bucket of the quarter in the game. She's got 5 now.
And
back
she's
the other way.
been a big part of this run as well, because a couple of those times, some of those dimes she's dropped.
Yes.
Pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
Getting it to the player with the hot hand.
She's a good distributor for sure. Kind of player, too, that she may not have a lot of points. I mean, she's capable of doing it, but she causes a lot of points for her team.
Yeah, she's pushing transition. She's guarding well on the perimeter.
2:20 to go. It's a 2-point game. Chisholm with a chance to tie or take the lead right now after trailing by double digits. Here's a 3 off the bench, and it's good. Coming in off the bench, Edith Fleming, the senior.
I think that's the first lead of the game for Chisholm.
The first time they've led. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Came in cold and did not matter. The senior drains it. Here's Addie Seal for Dallas. Floater, got it. I don't know what else you could do to stop that.
No, so there's another unconventional shot. So she stepped in stepped back up, and never caught balance. Shot a 1-foot fade.
Man.
I'm starting to get the feel that is something very intentional.
Avery, wait, did that happen? I think the whole building just shook.
It was a miss.
She finally missed a 3.
Wow.
50-49, stays right now with Dallas. They have the ball. Napier, the spin. Singleton from the free throw line. Bounces up high, no good. There's Jefferson.
No, not Jefferson.
Oh, that was Arps.
Arps, man.
Arps down
Arps
there.
She's giving good minutes to HSAA. She came in early, was battling with Chloe Cox, and on defense now picks up a nice rebound.
Yeah, amidst a lot of traffic. She was well positioned.
Talia Arps drops the first one.
Good looking shot.
And Jefferson comes in along with Yarborough, Stein, and Fair. Treese.
So
Arps will get one more.
Virtually platoon-style subbing for HSAA. You don't see that often. Like Jesse mentioned earlier, they go deep into their bench, which may, if they are able to win this game, may be a big advantage for them come Friday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all 10 are playing significant minutes.
Yes, they are. 52-49, just about a minute to go here, third quarter. Chisholm had briefly come back and taken the lead, but the Angels have answered now with 4 points of their own. Shot goes up by Cox and a whistle.
So now, look, so Chloe Cox has continued to attack. First half, she took some hard falls, but here in the second half, she's had 2 buckets, now a foul, starting to wear them down at the rim. You see that as the game progresses, so I love her consistency at the rim right now.
First free throw is good. Chloe Cox will get one more. She was only 1 out of 4 from the free throw line in the first half, but she seemed to have settled down, and now she's starting to pile them up. Second one's good. Back to a 1-point game. 58 seconds to go here, third quarter. The winner claims the girls' 7A gold ball. There's a 3 by Yarborough. Jessie Yarborough connects for her third three-pointer of the game. She's got 11 now. Quickly the other way on the attack. Rollo held up there by Treese. 39 seconds to go in the quarter. Fair on Stein. Stein going to drive it up and under and going to get called for the foul. Fair puts her hands up like, what did I do? But
the thing is, she guarded that so well for the first, 10, 12 seconds, and then just kind of bailed out by coming down on that shot.
First shot's good by Phoebe Stein. Stein now with 12. She'll get one more. Try to get this lead back down to 2. Rattles it in. 55-53 now. 32 seconds to go, third quarter. Dallas with the ball and the lead. Oh, here's Treese. That's a deep 3. No good, but there's Jefferson with the rebound. Jefferson.
Well, Scott, why would she not shoot? Everything else this game is going in.
True.
Let's try it out.
Maybe it's contagious.
Yep.
Arps thought about it there. She's going to drive to her right. Going to back it out now. 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Arps drives it on Mir. No good. Ball knocked away. Fair got it. Ends up in the hands of Jefferson, who throws it up, and that's the way it's going to end. We got a barn burner. It's 55-53. We're going to take a break and get you ready for the fourth quarter. Don't go away. Well, here we go. Fourth quarter action here in this girls 18U Division I 7A gold ball game, where right now it is Dallas HSAA and the Pink Unis leading Chisholm Crimson Knights in the black and red. 55-53. They jumped out to an early lead. They had it up into double digits, but Chisholm's come storming back in this second half. And now we got us a game. Addie Seal with the ball.
Since that first quarter, Scott, she's been pretty quiet.
That 3 no good on the fight for the rebound off the hands of Jefferson. It will go to Chisholm.
If I'm HSA on that one, I get that switch. Seal's got about a foot height advantage there. If they're going to get that matchup, she should be able to take advantage going to the wood, going at the rim.
Here's Chisholm on the attack. They're going to work it out top. There's Avery Meir. She's going to drive, gets the whistle, puts it in. No shot, though. They're going to call the foul on the floor.
Hey, this is the first 25 points, first free throws.
That's crazy.
Oh, not on the shot.
Well,
okay,
yeah, they're not going to. There we go.
Still no free throws.
Thought she was going to.
But she still made it.
That's right. Yeah, somehow. She's good enough to do it, I guess. Stein going to throw it in. Tries to trigger something here. Ball just shot off of Cox's hand, and she went to the floor, and now comes down to Yarborough for the Angels. She'll bring it the other way. 7:24 to go. A gold ball awaits, and a spot in the girls' 18U Final Four. Addie Seal.
They high switch it.
Stops, spins, rolls off the left side. Rebound comes off to Rollo, and then another whistle, and I believe that's going to be on Treese again. She pleads her case, but the official says you did it.
Don't think I've ever seen one overturned.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't stop us. It's the same way that we yell at things at home when we watch games, and they don't ever hear us, but we still do it.
That's right. That's right.
Chisholm with the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead. Under 7 to go here. Here's Rollo. Phoebe Stein goes to her right, guarded closely once again by Fair.
She really wants that matchup. She's got the side.
And they're going to call her for the travel.
Whoa.
He said she drug her foot. Looked like she planted, and she thought she didn't, but the official did.
Yeah, that was a good move. That was a good move. Yeah. Yeah.
Angel's going to throw it in.
We're all humans.
Here comes Dallas. You miss shots, you miss calls, right?
Yeah, you know.
Here we go. And a floater. Yarborough has really been consistent. She's got 13 points now, and sometimes you forget about her with all the other stars.
Well, it just seems like they're coming in big moments.
Here's Avery. No good that she's missed her last couple now. She is human.
I'd still keep going towards her.
57-53. Seal over right side. Yarborough again for 3. That one's short. Rebound by Fair. Puts it up. Too strong. Jefferson on the other side. 2 straight offensive boards.
If you're Chisholm, you can't have that. You got to clean this glass.
Here's Yarborough again. Got it.
Yarborough's got a pure shot. Off the catch, off the bounce. Man, she's hitting big moment shots, just holding them, just opening that lead up.
Yep. 15 points for her. Believe it or not, she's their leading scorer right now. On the drive, ball is knocked out of Chloe Cox's hand. It'll stay down at this end. Yeah, she's got the trigger's always ready, but usually in control when she takes those shots. Knows her spots. Chisholm going to throw it in under their own basket. 5:46 to go. They trail it by 6 now. Yarborough with the only 2 buckets in this quarter so far. Rollo tied up, gets it to Stein. Got a collision there, and Fair was trying to fight through the screen, but she's going to get called for the foul. That's her 3rd. So the foul's starting to pile up, too. Going to have to keep an eye on that, even though they've got a lot of numbers over on both benches.
Yeah,
got some starters.
3rd team foul. 2 more, and we're shooting.
Rollo into Stein. Phoebe Stein going to work on Fair. That's been a fun matchup to watch today. Stops her. She spins, loses the ball, and going to get called for a walk.
Man.
Calling it tight down there.
Phoebe's a little frustrated. I understand it. It feels like there's a lot of push, a lot of shove, but on the same side, the defense is strong. Like, she's putting so much ball pressure on Phoebe.
Fair going to bring it in. Gets it to Yarborough. 5:29 to go. Angels holding on to a 59-53 lead after 3rd quarter. Their Crimson Knights had come all the way back from a double-digit deficit to grab the lead by a point briefly, but the Angels have responded since then. Now they're back up by 6. Here's a spin move. Up and in. Nice job by Mackenzie Napier.
That was a great move.
She's got 12. Dallas has a lot of those kind of players. They don't necessarily make the highlights, but they're just steady, and they're going to get you a good 10, 12 points.
Well, they do. We were talking on Fair earlier. The defensive game she's put together. I mean, Phoebe Stein's a great player, and she's put a lot of – almost iced her out.
Got a timeout here. Guys, under 5 minutes to go. You've seen Chisholm come back a couple different times. They grabbed the lead for a second, but what do they take away from this timeout? What are they going to be talking about to try to do something to get that deficit gone once again.
I think it's got to start with defensive stops right now. I mean, I think it's just one possession at a time. They climb back from, was it 15 at half or somewhere near it at one point.
They were
so
down.
I think it's one play at a time. I think sometimes it can feel overwhelming. Like, let's go get a shot right now. And when you've got a shot maker like Avery Muir, you could easily say that. But I think you have to focus on defensive stops into good shots.
Chisholm has not scored this quarter, and they've got all the different pieces, all the parts so far. I mean, we've been talking all about Avery Muir with 25, but Chloe Cox started to heat up a little bit in that third quarter, as well as Phoebe Stein. And, I mean, they've got some players that can put points in the bucket, but so far this quarter they've just been quiet.
I wouldn't panic, though, man. You get a couple calls go another way. You had an and one that gets called off. You had a travel call, maybe so, maybe not. They're getting some good action. Even that last one, you have Stein there on the block.
Right.
Could be a hand check foul. There's stuff that they're pushing. It's not like they're just coming down and jacking 30-footers.
Right.
And they're just hoping for it.
Just need a couple of breaks, and that's what they're going to hope for here. They get to bring it in front of their own bench. Nobody wants to take it out, so they decide to sit over Rollo. Rollo will throw it in for the Crimson Knights. They trail it by 8 now. No time to panic yet, but got to be aware of the clock and the game situation. Here's Muir. Oh, how did she get around the defense? She split them right down the middle. That's her first bucket this quarter, first bucket for the Crimson Lady Knights. And now they're up 20, or she has 27, and now they're down 6.
So now if you're Chisholm, you're thinking one stop at a time.
Here's Napier. She hit a big shot. That one might have been a little tough to hit.
You can get a better look than that one.
Falling away. Chloe Cox the other way from behind. Ball was knocked in. They're going to look at each other, and they're going to say it went off of Chloe Cox. 2 different Angels defenders knocked the ball away from her, and it was tough to tell in the traffic, but the officials there talked it over and decided it was off of Cox's leg. 61-55, 4:20 to go. Dallas with the ball, and Addie Seal will bring it up. Big South MVP. She started out on fire. Had 9 points in the first quarter. But since then, she's been kind of quiet offensively, and then that time misses the shot and tied up. Rollo had the ball, and she tried to just pull it away, but looked like Seal and Jefferson both had their hand on there, maybe Napier too, and official calls a tie-up. Possession goes back to Dallas.
I think he called a travel.
Did he call it? Oh, he did.
He called a travel on that.
You're right. They did not change the possession arrow. Good catch there. Jesse on the drive. Here's Seal, and they're going to call her for the hook, I believe. Yeah. Offensive foul. Push off?
Yep. I think there was also, she may have got away with one on the previous possession. That may have been, I think the official was watching for it a little bit.
Into the game, Chaz Orange for the Lady Knights. 4 minutes to go. We are exactly halfway through. It's a 6-point game. Chisholm. Chloe Cox going to bring it up. Dallas HSAA in this Big South rematch of the Texas State Championship, and that time Jefferson going to be called for the arm bar, look like.
She's going to the line. That's 5.
So it feels like they're starting to tighten this thing up as we're heading this final stretch.
And it will be free throws, so Chloe Cox going to get a chance to cut into that lead.
So it's going to be interesting to watch this, guys, because that's a 5-0 foul count heading into this last stretch. So Chisholm is going to the line on every foul. Meanwhile, HSAA is not even got their first yet. So if you're CHSM, that's found gold.
Yeah.
You now just have to go to the rim.
And we saw last night that can be really troubling. The MHEA last night was down 1 and had the ball, but the HEA had 4 fouls to give, and they basically ate the last 11 seconds up. They would just foul them every couple seconds, and they ended up with just having to heave it at the buzzer. 61-57, that cut it to 2 now. Chloe Cox hit both free throws, and another turnover. 9 points now for Chloe Cox, but more importantly, it's a 4-point game. Here's a deep 3 by Stein that is no good. Rebound off to Napier. Napier gets it to Singleton. Singleton almost loses it, but able to corral it in. And then we got a timeout called by Dallas. 30-second timeout. 4-point game, 3:23 to go. Not been a high-scoring affair in this last quarter. They really lit it up the first three. Right now, just 6-3 on the point totals and 61-57.
Yeah, if you're Chisholm right now, I know it feels like you got to climb back in. That shot by Phoebe Stein, although she's capable of making it, and we've seen shots like that go down today, I really think you want to look at this thing one possession at a time. Stops and a good shot, stops and a good shots. Down 4, 3 minutes, and they've been fighting. It seems like they've been coming from behind the entire game, absent a little second there, but
no fouls called yet on Chisholm.
Avery kind of has the habit of making a hard shot look easy. She gets that ball within 12, 15 feet, and it just kind of little shoulder lean, little step back, rises up for the jump shot.
Seal, step back. 3, got it. Let's see if he gave her a 3 or a 2 on that one. They're talking to each other right now.
Well, this actually is a question I had earlier today. Is this they don't know what this is, an old school high school line, and then the more modern college line.
Yep.
What are they playing here? Because this is neither. This is not regulation for either game for what's going on here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and what we found this week, we even had coaches ask us, as it looked like they just gave her a 2 on that one, and she sinks the free throw. But one of the coaches came over and said, have you seen anybody shooting from the actual white line? And we have not. They've all been shooting behind the red line. Back the other way now. At three-point play by Addie Seal. She's got 14 now. Her team now up by 7. 2:53 to go. Here's Cox spinning, stepping into the shot, and she draws the foul. That's, I'm not sure. I think that was on Napier. It's just her second. Angels got several players now with 3 fouls. First free throw is good by Chloe Cox. Boy, she settled down after she only went 1 for 4 in the first period on her free throws.
Yeah, and she knows what she's doing now. Going to the rim, be in control, go to the line.
Yeah, you're closing the gap with the clock stopped.
6 for 6 now on her free throws in the second half.
5-point game. Man, clutch time. If I'm the Angels, keep getting that thing at the rim.
Oh, beautiful cut. Nice find by Napier as Jefferson drops it in for her 8th point of the game, and the lead back up to 7. 2:31 to go. Thought about the corner 3. Instead, takes it around her defender, puts it up, no good, and there's Meir to clean things up. Got 29 now. Lead back down to 5. 2:19 to go. Trying to win a gold ball and a spot in the girls' Final Four. For 18U. Dallas with the lead in the ball. Here's Yarborough. Ball knocked away by Cox.
2-on-1.
Here comes Chisholm on the break. 2-on-1. Over to Meir. She lost the ball. Oh, my goodness. You don't see that very much.
You don't. 2-on-1 with your 2 lead players. Oh, you'd love to have that one back.
Wow. Missed opportunity there. 2:03. That would have cut it to 3. Instead, it remains 66-61. Seal going to inbounds it. Some pressure. Full court by Chisholm. Now they'll back it off. Seal will bring it down. Chisholm faithful. Trying to cheer their team on to a stop here. Here's Addie Seal. Oh, the lane was wide open. She takes it all the way in, but she overshoots it, but gets her own rebound and puts it in. Delay a game warning. So 68-61, under 2 minutes to go, guys. Chisholm now starting to get to the point where they got to make each possession count.
Everyone counts here. I still don't think you're in a rush. You're not forcing shots, and then you have 5. You're in the bonus. Go to the rim. Stop the clock. Go to the line.
Stein with the ball.
They need to get some action on that screen. They're just exchanging.
Working on Fair, and she just dropped it off to Meir, who the floater just almost went in, but just rimmed out and rebound off to the Angels. Here comes Addie Seal, and she's guarded by Meir, but that time Meir with the foul. That's her 3rd. That'll take it out of bounds. Just the first foul this quarter on Chisholm. And Lady Knights going to call a timeout, talk things over, strategize with 1:23 to go. They are in the bonus, but so far it really hasn't been a huge difference. They've scored 4 points from the free throw line, but right now it's a 68-61 game, guys. Dallas in front, and they've got the ball. They'll be taking it out right in front of us. If you're Dallas, knowing that they've got plenty of fouls to give here, you can almost eat some clock. Do you go into clock saving mode, or do you just keep attacking, guys?
No, I'd keep attacking.
I don't think you change the rhythm up. I mean, what you got you here, I've seen so often when you start trying to air the thing out, you lose. I know it makes sense practically from us sitting on the side here.
Sure.
When you're actually on the court, it's like you're used to playing a certain way. I wouldn't change that. Now, I would be very careful. You're not forcing shots.
Right.
And you're not going to foul.
Yep.
Anything that stops the clock, but you got to play your game.
Yep. Absolutely. We've seen that this week. We saw earlier this morning a game where team had a lead. They were up by 8 points, gave up 4 straight turnovers.
Yep.
And trying to hold the ball out, and the other team came back and won it on a last-second shot. Here come the Angels. They're going to throw it in directly in front of her, just to our right. They are up by 7. 1:23 to go. The winner claims the 7A 18U gold ball and moves on to the Final Four. That time Napier dribbling around, and Stein reached around, knocked the ball away. That's only the third team foul. Now as they've updated the scoreboard.
So if you're Chisholm here, you're not fouling right away. You go for a steal, and then very quickly you may have to hit.
Seal again with the ball. She's got Rollo and her. Oh, finds Jefferson down low, and a block by Meir. Nice job. Good recovery. Still will be down at this end, though.
A lot of discipline. Stay upright with her arms and just go for the ball, not swing down for an easy foul call.
She's such a smart player. Angels inbound it from their in line. Goes back out top to Seal. Seal working on Rollo. She's going to be double teamed. Fair with the ball. Seal. That time, we got a whistle. He said she pushed, but Seal went down. She had hurt her elbow in yesterday's game, and she might have hit it just again the way she reacted to that. They're going to have to clean up the floor there. Got a little bit of a spot. Seal went down hard, but not sure what happened there. And saw this yesterday when she got her elbow hit pretty hard when she came down on a play yesterday, and they called a timeout to let her kind of catch her breath. And then she came back in and hit the winning shot. So
I think there was some salesmanship on that for sure.
It didn't look like the action matched what we saw in front of us, but the official there did call the foul.
Yeah, some mixed reactions, but at this point now you got to leave that and move on. If you're Chisholm, it's like, okay, bad call, good call, irrelevant.
Exactly.
We're playing ball. You're about to put them in the bonus. You're kind of HSAA, you're at their mercy. If they make free throws,
yeah,
you're going to close this game out.
And every foul from here on out is going to be free throws on both sides. Dallas going to talk over their strategy here for this last 58.1 seconds, trying to claim the gold ball over the team that knocked them out in the Texas State Championship. Lady Knights on defense. Fair will trigger it in for the Angels. Gives it to Singleton.
Smart play.
Yep.
Smart play.
Fair takes it out. She was on the block, but just dribbles it around.
Yep, clock's her friend. She's going to make them foul her.
So at this point, you're into a foul situation.
Yeah, they're letting too much go off.
Boy, they can't do anything. Chisholm, now they decide and try to steal it and foul Fair. You got to love, too, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I noticed this yesterday. Haley Fair, while she's playing, she smiles a lot. And you don't see that with a lot. I mean, she's having fun out there trying to dribble out the clock what could be a high-pressure situation, and she's just enjoying the game.
Which is what you want. I think you play better when you're having fun.
And that is Chloe Cox's 5th foul. She is done for the day, as she will take a seat, and that's a big loss for Chisholm. Down 7. Haley Fair at the line for 2. It's $6 or 6. I just heard a guy say that. It is 6 points.
Yeah, we're getting some feedback from the fans behind us.
Yeah, he did. 6 points for Haley Fair trying to add to that total, and she sinks 7. She is money at the line, I could say that. She'll get one more. 69-61. 30 seconds to go in this one. Second shot, no good. Rebound. Rollo, they got to speed it up here, down by 8. Here comes Jenna all the way down, throws it up. Too strong. Rebound off to Napier. Napier is fouled that time by Annalee Marves. That is her first foul, and that's going to put Napier on the free throw line. She will get 2 shots as well. Napier's had a strong game today, guys. 12 points. Chance to add to that total. As you go down, there's been 6 different players scoring.
It's been a balanced attack. I agree with you on Napier. Yarborough's had a solid game. Jefferson's played well. This has been a team effort for HSAA. Early on, it was Addie Seal came out so electric in the first quarter. And then since then, it feels like Chisholm kind of focusing on her.
Right.
She started distributing, and now we've had 4 or 5 players from HSA really come with solid ball games.
Yeah, and now starting to see why. They've got so many different players. 8 different players have scored for Dallas HSA, all of them with 3 or more points. That shot is missed, and now the clock's starting to wind down and starting to look like it's going to be a done deal as there's a foul on Chisholm there on Edith Fleming. That will put Addie Seal at the line, and 69-61 with 11.9 to go. One step closer for Dallas HSAA, the Big South champs and one of the favorites to try to win the Undisputed. They will claim this 7A gold ball and move on to tomorrow's final 4 games. They will play the winner of the next game that we have coming up, which is the Chap Chariots out of Michigan, East Lansing, against CHSA Wolverines, and that's going to be another fun one. Second shot is good. She hits them both, and that might do it. 18 points for Addie Seal. She had 9 of those in the first quarter as Rollo gets to drop, and that's going to do it. The gold ball for 7A goes to Dallas HSAA. The Angels flying high with a 71-63 win over Chisholm. They'll be back for the gold ball championship as they continue on tomorrow in the girls' Final 4. Well, coming up next, we got the Chap Chariots and CHSA Wolverines out of Texas. We'll have that game for you after this break.